Katrina's Creations. This is episode 263, and it's been an extremely busy week this week for numerous reasons. Not only it's the week before Christmas, but yeah, Dave and I have been doing a lot of newsletters. We volunteer at a missionary organization. We put out their newsletters. They send them in and they get formatted and everything, but Dave prints them out, and then we process them by either getting them folded, putting them in envelopes, or we get them folded and get them tabbed shut, and then we get them into the packaging that goes to the post office. So yeah, we've been busy there. We've been there every day this week. We've done about 3,000 pieces of mail this week so far. We're done for the week, actually. So it is Friday afternoon, almost evening. So we're done until after Christmas, and we're both feeling much better. Dave still has a little cough. For those of you who don't know, we had the panini. We call it the panini because, but you can hear, every so often you'll hear him cough. He's in the living room, which is that way. I had hoped to film upstairs in the craft cave, but it's going to rain here, and as a result my knee is really sore, so going up and down the stairs is a little painful. So we're not doing that. We're going to film down here in the kitchen. So I am wearing, this is the cowl that I made from the Knit Crate yarn for November, and it is extremely soft, except, remember I told you, if you remember this yarn, I told you it supposedly has a very tiny bit of tencel in it. Or stellina, I guess it's stellina. Stellina is the stuff that makes sparkliness in it. It's very faint in here, but it's enough that when I put it on, I can actually feel a little bit of scratchiness. Anytime I wear something with stellina in it, I like the sparkly, but I just find it scratches a little bit. And it's funny because there's such a little teeny bit of stellina in here. Every so often I see it, it's like iridescent, and I keep thinking it's some of my gray hair, and I keep trying to pull it out. I wonder if I can de-stellina it. I don't know, but yeah, the yarn itself is very soft, and it has alpaca in it, and alpaca doesn't normally bother me. Wool in general doesn't usually bother me, but it seems like whenever I wear stellina, I just kind of feel a little irritation in my neck. So I think that's what it's from. But anyway, so that's what I am wearing. This was actually a Knit Crate pattern as well as Knit Crate yarn, but I modified it to make it not as tight around my neck. It would have been like this and about this tall. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that. I like about like this, where I can kind of bundle it close to my neck if I want it, but otherwise it's there to keep the back of my neck warm. So anyway, that's what I am wearing. So let's get on to the good stuff. What have I been working on, and what have I finished this week? So the first thing is Dave's hat. Some of you saw this earlier. This is my pattern. It's called the Pinwheel Beanie hat. It is a free pattern. So that's what it looks like on the top. And Dave asked me to make this to keep his head warm at night, because Dave's hair is thinning, so his head gets cold. My feet get cold, not due to hair on or not being on my feet, but my feet just are cold all the time. But anyway, so Dave asked me to make him this hat to keep his head warm. And it kind of reminds me of a funny story, because when his hair first started thinning, our kids were still like in their teens. So of course they were still living at home with us. And my daughter was standing behind him one night and happened to notice the balding spot at the back of his head. So she started singing and going, "Buff it, wax it, watch it glow, I'm gonna let it shine." And then she went on and sang the next verse of "Hide it under a rug, oh no, I'm gonna let it shine." He kind of got over it after that. But anyway, yeah, so that's a hat for his head, and like I said, I wear socks on my feet, so both ends of us are warm at this point. So that's what I have as a finished object. Now let me show you what I've been working on this week. First I have the Kalaheo. Let me pull this loop so I don't pull all my stitches out. The Kalaheo top. So That's the sleeves there. So you can see I've gone a little ways. I'm trying to find my stitch marker. I have a stitch marker. Okay, here it is. I did not do that much on it because I was seriously trying to finish my shawl. And there went my crochet hook. But anyway, you can see I only did a couple of rows right here. And then I ran out of yarn, which I had more. It was just in the cabinet. I just didn't feel like getting up and rooting around to try to find it. But I have since pulled it out, and I'm on my second skein of this yarn. And this yarn is Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby. It's called Wrapology Hues, and the color is called Passion Flower. Now there's 424 yards per skein, so I've already done 424 yards in this. It's going to get much longer. Otherwise, this would be a mini top. We don't do mini tops. I'm not mini, so anyway, it wouldn't work so well. So anyway, that is what I am using, and it's normally $8.99 a skein. So there you can see it's normally $8.99 a skein. Look what I paid for it. $2.24. I hit the clearance sale at the when our Hobby Lobby does their clearance stuff. Yes, Katrina went shopping when I did that, so that's where that came from. And then the other project I'm working on is the Daria shawl. I really thought I was going to finish, but I did not. But I did a lot of stuff on it this week. Let me find, here's the stitch marker from last week, right here. So I went all the way through the lace section and I started through here. Now there's supposed to be a total of 4 lace repeats. I've done 3 so far. I have enough of this yarn to do the 4th repeat. I don't have enough of this. This is what I have left. And you have like 48 rows of this in between each of the lace. And of course it's getting wider as you're going. So yeah, I'll be lucky if I can get the 48 rows out of it. So I might, and the pattern actually calls for this anyway. The last few rows anyway, you were striping back and forth between these two. So yeah, I'm on the home stretch of this shawl because it's not, I knew all along it would not be as big as the actual pattern because I was short some yarn. But it's still going to be a good sized shawl. I mean, this is the width of it right now. It comes across here to here, and it's bunched up on the needle. So, and it's pretty long this way. So, yeah, it's not going to be a small shawl. It's bigger than what I anticipated it turning into. And the yarn I am making this with is the hand-dyed Heaven from Lion brand that is discontinued. So it's not like I can get more unless I spend a small fortune because people are hoarding it. And they're selling it for like 3 times its value over on eBay. So I'm perfectly happy with it at the size it's at. That will be fine, and it'll still be able to wrap, you know, nicely on it. So I'm happy. It's going to be, that's what it is. So yeah. So that being said, I did want to show you some pictures. Jane Daniel, one of the viewers who lives over in the UK, visited the town where her mother lives, and she sent me a picture of the Christmas tree. It is so wild. The Christmas tree is made up of granny squares. So it is really neat. So I'm going to stick a couple of pictures in there so you can see what it looks like too. Isn't that cool? I thought it was really neat. So anyway, that being said, what have you all been working on this week? Now we have a ton of acquisitions and news. We will start with the yarn advent calendar. I will catch you up to speed. If you want to check out what I got each individual day, talking too quick, you can watch Vlogmas, which I will put a link to it right here, and that will take you day by day, and you can check out all of the lighthouses and where they are located and all the extra information. Otherwise, I'm just going to catch you up to speed on what I have gotten over the last week. So this is day 12, and I'm not going to show you the lighthouse because you need to go over and check it out on the Vlogmas and see the lighthouse for yourself. So, and here's the yarn for day 12. And day 13. Here's the yarn for day 13. And day 14. And there's the yarn for day 14. And day 15. And here is the yarn for day 15. And day 16. There's day 16. And day 17. Love the jewel tones in this. And today's, which is day 18, so if you haven't already seen it, you might want to close your eyes. But if you have, there's day 18, and there is the yarn for day 18. Now, in addition to that, if you watched today's Vlogmas, you would have seen that I also got 3 skeins of this from Knit Crate. There it is. This is called Electric Slide. And it is Silky Merino from Malabrigo. And it is a DK weight. I have 3 skeins, so I have a total of 450 yards because it's 150 per skein, and I have 3. So it is 51% silk and 49% merino. So, yes, how pretty is that? So we have that. Then I had a very nice surprise. I got this Christmas card in the mail from one of you. This is from Evelyn Oxner. And so she sent me a Christmas card, and in a video a while back, I was talking about my hands were snagging on the yarn. And she told me, well, I needed to get some O'Keeffe's hand cream. I was like, oh, I'll check it out. She sent me an email and said, well, don't buy it because it's on the way to your house. So she sent me some. So this just came in the mail today, which is Friday. The card and this arrived from Amazon at the same time. So it has night cream for my hands, which will be going on tonight. And I have some cotton gloves I'll put over top of them when I put these on. And then it has some hand cream as well. So thank you very much, Evelyn. It will be put to use. Thank you. So what am I reading? I am still finishing up this book, which is by Ann Canadio, and it's called Strangers on a Skein. I am probably about 2/3 of the way through the book. It's really good. I had a hard time putting it down today, and I was in the middle of doing newsletters, and I got to reading in between doing things, and I didn't want to put it down and find out, but I wanted to find out who was doing it, because this is a cozy mystery. So yeah, 2 separate people at the craft fair. It's like a fresh air market type of thing, but they sell crafts there as well. 2 of them have gotten killed. Yeah, and so now the lady who's in the stall where one of the people got killed, she is a knitter and she knits all kinds of socks. And so it's Socks by Phoebe. And so she has a little craft fair thing set up with her socks for sale. And so all of the rest of her knitting friends are trying to find out who the bad person is that's going around murdering people, because they don't want her to be the next one. So yeah, it's pretty good. If you want to check it out, you can check it out at your public library, but you can also check the link down below in Amazon on I think it's crochet and knitting related mysteries. It's over there. So I think the hardback copy is like $13, something like that. So, but it is enjoyable. So I've been reading that. That's been going on. Now we have lots of videos coming up this week. Not only do we have Vlogmas running through next Saturday, which will be Christmas, but we also have Wednesday, we have the Jingle Along, and make sure you tune into that to see which one of you wins one of these hand-dyed heaven, which is what that shawl is made out of. This is the last skein of it that I have. So it's called Strawberry Fields for very obvious reasons. So if you have not gotten entered, go over to Vlogmas Day 15 and listen to the video so you know what to do to get entered. And I will be drawing a winner this coming Wednesday to find out who gets this. So we have that giveaway running along. Like I said, the Jingle Along is also running. So yeah, this is on Vlogmas, okay? This one's on Vlogmas, but we also have the Jingle Along on Wednesday. Last week we did reach the North Pole and picked up our gift that's going to go to one of you at the end of the Jingle Along. But now we have to get back home to where I live so I can give it to one of you. So you have to make sure you stay tuned to see if we get back and what kind of prize Santa dropped in a bag to give to one of you for the end of the Jingle Along. So we have that running along on Wednesday. And then we also have a bariatric journey update, because if you remember, I have surgery scheduled for December 30th. So we have some interesting details with that. So make sure you check that out on Thursday. Now, there will not be a regular podcast next Saturday, simply because it's Christmas Day and I'm spending it with my family. So, and you guys need to too. So, yeah, so we will not be doing that. Yeah, we'll be celebrating the Lord's birth. So that's we're not gonna have a video next Saturday. So I'm taking a break. Now it's time for Now in the Come and Get It section this week, there's only one sale that I am currently aware of. And I did put a little video out to let you guys know about it. Knit Picks is running a up to 50% off of their luxury yarns, not their regular acrylic stuff. This is the good stuff, like, you know, the alpaca and the silk. And it's the nice, real expensive fibers. They are running up to 50% off. It depends on the fiber and the yarn, you know, what, and the weight and stuff as far as what percentage it is off. So that is running until the 31st of December. So you've got, you know, till the end of the year if you want to check out that sale. The link to it is down below, as well as links to their clearance yarns, which are always pretty good. And yeah, the other, because you know me, I shop in the clearance section, so most of the little links down below take you to the clearance section, because that's where the good stuff is. So anyway, that is the only thing I know of in the sales right now. I know Lion Brand had a big sale earlier this week where you bought 2 skeins, got 1 free. I didn't do that one, but I did buy a Santa bag. Yes, they had Santa bag is 9 skeins of mystery yarn for $19.99. Now you have watched Kim and I unbox these together, because she and I have ordered them twice and then gotten together and filmed the 2 of us opening them. So yeah, we're gonna try to do that same thing, I think, if we can work it out. We both, she told me she ordered one and I was like, I'll go over and order one too and we can compare notes again. So yeah, so that's always a lot of fun. So whenever that comes in, there will be a video with that. But with it being Christmas time and everything, I'm imagining it might take them a little bit of time to get that to us. So that is all I have for today. I hope you all have a wonderful and Merry Christmas. And I will see you again as far as Saturdays go. I will see you, well, I'll see you next Saturday for the final Vlogmas day. But otherwise, a regular podcast, like I said, we are skipping a week. So I will see you in the next new year. Yeah, yes, the next time you watch me, it will be January 1st. So I hope you all have a great Christmas, and remember that Christ is the real reason for the season, and I will see you all later. Bye, everybody.